Okay, this is another help me out video. I've said a few times lately, tram doctors starting to focus on me. I got a few customers I still are behind on, got to get out the way, but you know, wrapping it up with all that and starting to focus on me. And this is a toy I've always wanted. You know, I'm a tube man, love tube radios, love the sound of tubes, the audio tubes. Just can't be beat. But I was intrigued by this. It's basically a export Midland mobile with a frequency counter in it, AM, FM. Very, very hard to find, you know, in the USA. And saw one on eBay and always wanted one and pulled the trigger. So I finally got me a Midland, aka Allen, I think is the name of Midland in the UK. So a Midland Alan 8001 with the counter. Seller said it mostly worked, but it did have a few small issues, like it was off frequency a little bit. But anyway, that's not my problem. I plan on getting the manual for it when I get time, when I really just start focusing on me and what I want to do again. But my question is, help me out again, is you know, I'm into audio. The thing I've been studying the most for, you know, the 50 or so years I've been doing this is mostly audio and modulation. And, you know, I was playing around with asymmetrical modulation, you know, and super modulation, they called it in the ham books, you know, 40, 50 years ago. So I was intrigued by this. I saw online maybe 5, 10 years ago. It was more popular then. It seems to have faded out now. And they call it a double modulator. And they sold it for different Midland Alan radios. I don't even know if it'll work with this one or not. But I don't even know how that would work. How do you have double modulation? What are they doing? You know, is that push-pull? It does look like they got two, I think they were Toshiba 2222s in there. Does it say up here? Nope, it does not. But anyway, this circuit had two transistors in it, two audio chip transistors or finals, and they call it a double modulator. I couldn't find anything online. You know, I found a couple pages of people selling them or selling radios in it. And like I say, 5, 10 years ago when I first saw it, it was more popular then that a lot of people in the UK were doing it, you know, for the Midland Allen type of radios. But seems to be fading away. Maybe it was snake oil. Probably is snake oil because there are ways you can like double modulate a radio, but however, you would have severe extreme distortion. And there are a few very few YouTube videos where there's some truckers, but it's in Italian. People supposedly using this, and they do not sound good. You know, the people that, you know, say they're using a double modulator and then they throw in some echo to boot. But anyway, I'm just curious. I'm always intellectually curious about things that I don't know about, and this so-called double modulator, you know, I've been seeing it for years. I tried to ask a few questions of the people who, you know, make it and sell it, but there's no information on it. I'm just wondering what they're doing. You know, what are they double modulating? Are they doing push pull? Are they running a modulator into a modulator? A modulated signal into a modulated signal? By the way, I did that as a kid. You know, took a CB, modulated CB, and ran it into a modulated transmitter. I believe I had an ICO 730 and an outboard, I think it's 730 modulator and a ICO 720 transmitter, I think. And I ran a tram modulated tram into that ICO. You talking about some swinging, but again, extreme severe distortion. I don't understand what they're doing with the double modulator, and I thought I knew modulation. So anybody got any, I guess, serious thoughts on it, instead of somebody, you know, just coming with something that don't really know what they talking about? But if anybody has any real relevant information on it, good or bad, let me know. Help me out. All right, that's it for this one. Bye.